I don't like anything and everything. Yeah.
That's interesting.
So she's on Facebook.
How were you?
Guerrero Magalogan Guahan and the Honorable Joshua Tenoro Segundo Magalogan Guahan, Lieutenant Governor Guam.
Have a seat. Thank you. Oh, Rolla.
But they look like they're personally sponsored. Well, first off, Hafiday, everyone. Okay, half of our room are visiting people, so let's show them the Hafiday spirit. Hafiday! That's more like it. It's great to greet you this Monday morning, this beautiful Monday morning here at the office of the Governor of Guam. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Crystal Paco San Augustine. I'm the Director of Communications here, and we are delighted to have you here with us today for a very important presentation. Today's event highlights a significant step forward for public safety on our island as we work to modernize Guam Police Department's communication systems. This endeavor ensures that our law enforcement and first responders have access to reliable and secure communications to continue safeguarding our community effectively. Before we begin, of course, though, I want to recognize the presence of our governor, the Honorable Lourdes de Leon Guerrero. And to her left, the Honorable Joshua Tenora Segundo Magalahan Guam, our Lieutenant Governor. From the Guam Police Department, Chief of Police Steve Ignacio. Colonel Joseph Carmelito, and our GPD Bureau Chiefs and our Division Chief, Cesar Mossi, for joining us. I also want to welcome Guam Fire Department, led by Fire Chief Darren Burrier. Keep the applause going. We have a lot of public safety in the house. Mariana Regional Fusion Center, led by Rudy Gaza. HSA Esther Agaki. Office of Technology, Chief Technology Officer Frank Lujan. She's not at the table, but I do see her. Guam Department of Education being represented by Terry Napati. DOE, you should know, keep your applause coming, is one of the largest users and will be one of the largest benefactors of this product today. The Department of Corrections, led by Fred Berdalio. The Port Authority of Guam, Gloria Spicio. Guam Customs and Quarantine, led by Director Ike Paredo. The Department of Youth Affairs here, led by Melanie Brennan and Mike Weekly. And I also want to recognize our special guests today at the table, Banyan Networks, led by President Larry Dietrich and his team over here. I also want to recognize Motorola, led by Josh Mendoza and his team. We do have some media partners in the house with us this morning, but also our viewers on YouTube, our governor's YouTube page. To kick off today's program, I want to invite now Chief of Police Steve Ignacio to deliver his remarks.
Thank you, Crystal. How are you, Governor and Lieutenant Governor? Good morning. Morning. I think there's a lot of people smiling in this room today. Today's a very good day for this important announcement. When I came on board as chief in 2019, I established one of the goals in collaboration with the Governor and Lieutenant Governor. We realized the importance of getting a good, secure, sound, safe communication system, a land mobile radio system, an LMR. We realized that the system was over 30 years old already, and it was way past its useful life. I think most of us in the room, especially Motorola here in Guam, and our partners at the Guam Fire Department and the Guam Police Department and the people that work on the system, realized that we were running out of band-aids already to fix the SmartNet system. I remember when the SmartNet system was first deployed back in the late 80s. It's that old and it's that antiquated. So, we set a goal that we needed to upgrade this land mobile radio system. And thanks to the Governor and Lieutenant Governor for helping us, with, especially with the funding, we're able to secure the funding to move this project forward. In line in getting this system upgraded, we realized also that internally and within the government of Guam, there wasn't a whole lot of expertise in building a modern, what we call a Project 25 or P25 land mobile radio system. So one of the things we did was put out a request for proposal for a consultant. And there were two previous attempts to hire a consultant for the government of Guam to build this radio system. Unfortunately, those two attempts in 2015 and 2017 did not fall through. And so we came in and moved this project through and getting a consultant. So we're able to hire Banyan Networks to kind of guide us and navigate us through this very important process. Slight delays, of course, by COVID and of course by Typhoon Mawar. And fast forward to sometime in 2022, we're able to get Banyan Networks on board, and we started to develop the request for proposals to put out to see if we could get interested vendors to come on board to help us build out this system. Glad to say that we were able to, in 2020, the end of 2024, finally award the contract to Motorola Solutions to bring Guam's public safety communication system to the modern age. So, thanks to Banyan Networks, to Motorola, an interested vendor, we now have a signed contract and an RFP signed to move forward to upgrade Guam's public safety, and really it's the emergency communication systems. But as you look around the room, you see that it just goes beyond the scope of public safety. We talked about the Department of Education being a big user for this network. There are a lot of other public safety agencies who used to be on the SmartNet system, but sometimes it was cost prohibitive because of the equipment. Sometimes they just couldn't afford to get on it because of the cost. But also because the system was not as reliable as they would like it to be, and that was the biggest factor sometimes in deciding that they weren't going to be using it. But now, as we build a new modern system, we have many public safety agencies, the Department of Corrections, Youth Affairs, and of course the two primary users who rely on this daily, to ensure the safety of its employees, especially our officers and our firefighters, is the Guam Police Department and the Guam Fire Department. And we have been wanting and longing for a new and more safe and more reliable communication systems. So Governor, Lieutenant Governor, thank you very much for your support. Thank you for your support of the public safety community. And we look forward, and we're very excited to get this project kicked off and going. So this Masi.
Thank you so much, Chief. I now want to introduce Josh Mendoza, VP of Motorola Solutions, to provide his remarks and a short presentation for us.
Good morning. My name is Josh Mendoza. I'm a Territory Vice President at Motorola Solutions. Is that better? Thank you, Governor Guerrero, Lieutenant Governor, Chief. Thank you for the invitation to Motorola Solutions today. It's an honor for us to be here among this group of leaders dedicated to Guam's public safety mission. As a trusted technology provider to public safety agencies around the world for nearly a century, it's an honor for us to be here celebrating this event with Guam. And during critical incidents, or natural disaster, public safety responder, their most important tool is a radio, their ability to communicate. Since 1989, our land mobile radio system has been supporting the island's first responders, government workers, Department of Corrections, education, and other government workers with reliable communications. And this network has provided support in keeping first responders connected during multiple typhoons, including most recently Typhoon Mawar. Now we're working with the government of Guam to bring this system into the next generation and deploy a next generation P25 system. That system will enhance coverage. It's going to improve reliability and add security to this network. These enhancements will help first responders and government agencies continue to communicate and stay connected in the most harsh environments. Motorola Solutions looks forward to continuing our partnership with government of Guam and continuing to support first responders, government workers as they use this land mobile radio network in support of their mission critical work in keeping the citizens of Guam safe. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you. And as Josh said, Governor and Lieutenant Governor, thank you for your time here. It's been great working with you guys throughout the process. It's been good working with GPD, with Lee Pareda and Chief Ignacio. It's been great working with you and John Bamba and Banyan for all the effort that you guys did on the RFP and working on that. So that's been fantastic. As has been said already, this is replacing a system that was put in 1989. So one of the oldest Motorola systems that we have operating probably anywhere. So very, very old, and we're replacing that. And as part of that, you're going to realize several benefits from the new Project 25 solution that Chief Ignacio was talking about. There we go. Okay. So some of these benefits include coverage extension. So you're going to, we're adding an additional site. So you're going to receive additional coverage in the northern part of the island. Additionally, the radios that you see in front of you are capable of operating on FirstNet. You may have heard of FirstNet. It's a cellular network, and on Wi-Fi. So anywhere, for example, in a building or in the basement of a building, if you have cellular coverage, you'll be able to roam from the LMR system onto FirstNet and have better coverage in those locations. So in addition to coverage extension, you're also going to have additional reliability. So the solution consists of 2 master sites, 2 control centers. And so if one control center were to go down or that site were to have problems, it would switch over to the other control center. There will also be the connectivity. You're going to have redundant modes of connectivity. So you'll have lease line connectivity and microwave, or you'll have lease line connectivity and satellite connection. So if one of those fails in a typhoon, microwave antennas can catch wind and can get out of alignment, so it'll switch over to the lease line. So you'll have redundancy there. Security is a big one. So this solution will now offer encryption, something that you don't have today. So you'll be able to encrypt your audio over the solution. It'll also provide cybersecurity, which I know is top of mind in Guam, as some agencies within Guam, private and public, already have been breached and have been attacked. And we know from newspaper articles that we've seen that you're continuously being probed from a cybersecurity perspective. So we're offering cybersecurity as part of this solution. And then additionally, we have site video. So site video is going to provide physical security. So you'll know if somebody's coming up to the site, you'll be able to say who they are and that somebody's coming, and you'll know that that's happening. So advanced subscriber equipment. So we already talked about LTE and Wi-Fi, and the radios are capable of those 2 technologies. The radios will also offer over-the-air programming. So if you need to change the programming of the radio, you'll be able to do that very, very quickly. So instead of having to bring the radios to the shop to get reprogrammed, this will happen very quickly. And then the portable, so the greenish, yellowish radios over there, those are specifically designed for fire with large buttons, and the color is specifically designed so that you can see those radios in a fire. And then finally, the solution will have mobile phone access. So Chief, if you don't want to carry a radio, but you want to remain connected to your system, you can do that from your phone. Or if you're going to the mainland and you want to remain connected to hear what's going on, you'll be able to do that through your mobile phone. So how are we going to do that? The architecture that's going to allow us to do that is I mentioned that we have redundant control points. One control point is going to be at Homeland Security. One control point is going to be at Barragata. So if one fails, the other one will pick up. The solution is going to have 5 RF sites at Santa Rosa, Barragata, Abutum, Malolo, and Pigua. It'll have 10 dispatch centers that are going to go at the DNA building, the existing DNA building where your dispatch center is today. We talked about the subscriber equipment. It's going to consist of these portables that you see in front of you, as well as mobile devices that will go in the vehicles. And we talked about cybersecurity and site video. There is significant site development. So Typhoon Mawar caused problems. At Barragata, for example, the fence blew over. This proposal, this solution is going to fix that. We're going to remedy those problems, and as well as add some generators at some of the sites. And then the solution does come with a 3-year warranty. So the government of Guam has taken steps to implement this ecosystem that Motorola has provided. So this is an ecosystem of solutions that Motorola has developed and tested and integrated. They're all integrated to each other. So the ecosystem typically starts with the citizen calling 911. So a citizen calls 911, you open a case, it gets put into CAD, and it goes all the way through the process. So now with Motorola's ecosystem, you can have one vendor responsible for the entire solution, as opposed to having multiple vendors pointing at each other when there's a problem. So the government of Guam has taken significant steps already to start this ecosystem. Earlier, the government of Guam purchased body-worn cameras from Motorola. And so the body-worn cameras are here. And then this solution is going to provide the radio, LTE access, It's going to provide the LMR infrastructure, and it's going to provide the dispatch consoles and subscribers. So in addition to what you've already put in, Motorola has also been talking about computer-aided dispatch and records management solutions. And that's what's represented by these light blue solutions. So our hope is that as we deploy this solution, that we'll be able to continue to work with you and continue to develop this ecosystem for the government of Guam. Yeah. So thanks for your time.
Thank you so much for that very informative presentation. I now wanted to give the floor to our Lieutenant Governor of Guam.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to briefly thank you for making us more resilient. You know, you recognized and identified some of the gaps that we saw because of an older infrastructure and the realities of the changing communications environment on the island. And I'm very pleased, of course, that cybersecurity is at the forefront. We are definitely in a different geopolitical space than we were when Motorola first came onto the island. But I do want to say and to express to the public that we have the industry leader that is responsible for providing communications throughout the country and the world, as you pointed out. And we look forward to having this make our law enforcement program much more resilient than we've had in the last few years. So thank you very much for the partnership. And to the chiefs, thank you very much for your continued leadership on this issue. I know that this guaranteed mode of communication is what is necessary for our law enforcement officers to do their job on behalf of all the people. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, LT. And now to our Governor, Lulian Guerrero.
Thank you very much, Crystal. Hafaday. Hafaday. Welcome to, certainly, as the chief said, a very significant piece of landmark event here, and that is to improve our connectivity. And, as governor and as lieutenant governor, one of the things that we worry about every day is the safety of our people. That's why we are very supportive in providing our law enforcement whose mission is to protect and serve our people. The necessary equipment, the additional resources, the ability to recruit, the ability to protect our employees. We give them all the resources that they need to do their job. That's our job as governor and lieutenant governor. And I just want to especially thank Chief Ignacio, because on the very first day that we hired him, he specifically was already on a mission to improve communications within not just the Guam Police Department, but the fire department, DOC, the ports, DOE, DYA, all these areas, the hospital, were quick communication, reliable communication, secured communication, extended, expanded communications that does not die when you're turning Snake Road, or down in the south, right? And it doesn't fall off the line. And it's critical. You guys, how serious is that? Because seconds matter to the lives of our people. Really, seconds matter to the lives of our people. And we experienced this in Typhoon Mawar. I was very, very nervous about our first responders out there when we could not communicate with them. We could not communicate with them. I was worried that our people weren't able to get in touch with them so that they can come and help them in their most life-threatening situations, right? It's all about saving the lives of our people. And so this land mobile communication system, radio, is very crucial because for us, communications is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's a necessity in our lives, whether you are, like I said, in law enforcement, healthcare, businesses communicate. Very crucial. And you who have come to the table, Motorola, Banar, right? Larry, I have met you earlier in our years of our administration. I haven't met Josh. This is the first time I met Josh. But your team really came and gave us the expert consultation on what system and what it is that we need, and sort of reassuring us that we are on the right track. Very important. The beginnings of a good system is very important in how you assess it and how you identify the needs and how you address those needs. And we went forward, we got the RFP in Motorola. Thank you for stepping up. And also thank you for your continued advancement also in your communication technology, not just for Guam, but throughout the world. And we are very fortunate. And we are very fortunate that we have experts who are providing us the very, very important communications to connect with our people. So, Chief, really, he is very persistent. I always say this. He doesn't say no he doesn't take no as an answer. And he's very upfront. I asked him, how much is it going to cost us? I thought he was going to say like, maybe $3 million. $11.5 million. You can imagine my reaction. Yes, we'll get it. That was my reaction. Because we have to. It's an investment. It's an investment to the lives of our people. So thank you, everybody, for making this happen. And you know, the greatest beneficiary is our people and our island. And this is just one way our administration continues to provide for the quality of life, the protection of life, and for the betterment of our island and our people, because you all deserve that as a human being and as someone that is very, very much part of our island. So, Sidus Masi for all of you, and I can't wait to get on this communication thing. Is it working now? Is it, I mean, can we do it now or not yet? Oh, okay. In what, 3 years? Oh, 2 years. All right. Thank you anyway, and we look forward to some greater things for our people this year and the years to come. Sidus Masi.
Thank you, Governor, and thank you, LT. I'm tracking no questions from members of our media at this time, and no additional questions from our Governor and Lieutenant Governor. This will conclude today's press conference, but I do encourage, or I'm actually asking everyone in the room if we could take a group photo to memorialize today's event and today's, the modernization of GPD